Are you noticing small cracks on your furniture or baseboards that you can't quite explain? If you live in an area where common carpenter ants, these pests may have found their way into your home. While most ant species are merely annoying nuisances, carpenter ants are serious pests that should be dealt with immediately. These wood-destroying insects tunnel through structural lumber, causing extensive damage to structures and furniture. In this video, we'll discuss some of the most common signs of carpenter ants in your house so that you can be on the lookout for them. Also, we will provide some tips on how to get rid of these pests if you find them in your home. So what are carpenter ants? Carpenter ants are a species of ant known for their wood-destroying habits. These pests are commonly found in the United States, especially in areas with a lot of moisture. Carpenter ants get their name from their nests built by excavating wood. While carpenter ants do not eat wood like termites, their nesting habits can still cause significant damage to your home. Signs of carpenter ants in your house. The easiest way to tell if you have carpenter ants is by finding their nests. These nests are usually located in damp or rotting wood. If you tap on the wood, you may hear a hollow sound. You may also see sawdust piles nearby. The details include 1. Presence of flying ants. The most common sign of carpenter ants in your house is the presence of large winged ants. Swarmers are carpenters and reproductives that leave their nests searching for new places to start colonies. If you see winged ants indoors, it's a good indication of an active carpenter ant nest somewhere in your house. 2. Ant trails. Carpenter ants are very tiny insects, and they always keep their nests clean. You will often see them traveling in straight lines, called ant trails. These trails are usually about the width of an ant's body, and they can be easily followed to find the nest. 3. Piles of wood shavings. One of the telltale signs of carpenter ants is piles of wood shavings near their nests. Carpenter ants hollow out wood to create their nests, and they push the shavings out through tiny holes in the wood. These piles of shavings are a sure sign that there are carpenter ants nearby. 4. Damaged wood. Carpenter ants can cause serious damage to wood, especially if they are left unchecked. If you see any damaged wood in your house, it's a good indication that carpenter ants are present. The damage is usually caused by the ants hollowing out the wood to create their nest. 5. Rustling noises in the wall voids. If you hear strange noises coming from your walls, it could signify carpenter ants. Carpenter ants make a clicking noise when they're working, and this noise can be heard through walls. If you hear this noise, it's a good idea to investigate further to see if carpenter ants are present. 6. Damaged wood will have sanded texture. Carpenter ants hollow out wood to create their nests, and in the process, they leave behind a telltale sign, a sanded texture on the wood. This sanded texture is caused by the carpenter ant's mandibles, covered in tiny teeth. If you see this sanded texture on any wood in your house, it's a good indication that carpenter ants are present. 7. Temporary disappearance is common as they're not constantly active. Carpenter ants are not constantly active, so it's common to disappear temporarily. This is usually because they're searching for food or water. So, if you don't notice carpenter ants for a few days, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're gone for good. So what attracts carpenter ants? Carpenter ants are attracted to soft, wet wood, and damp, dark places. If you have carpenter ants in your home, it is essential to find and eliminate the source of the problem. The sources can be 1. Soft, wet wood. Carpenter ants are attracted to soft, wet wood. This is because they need this type of wood to build their nests. When carpenter ants find this type of wood, they will excavate it and create a nest. 2. Food. Carpenter ants are also attracted to food because they need it to survive. Carpenter ants will forage for food in areas where there is a lot of human activity. 3. Damp and dark places. Carpenter ants are also attracted to damp and dark places. These places provide them with the moisture they need to survive. Carpenter ants will often build their nests in these types of places. How do I get rid of carpenter ants in my house? The best way to get rid of carpenter ants is to call a pest control company like Texas Bug Control that can identify and treat the problem quickly and efficiently. However, there are also some things you can do yourself to try to get rid of them, like removing any potential food sources and sealing up any cracks or openings where they might be getting in.